No collab.
Hello and welcome to Newsline, where stories meet the human spirit. I am Elizabeth Omori. Tonight we will journey you through moments that move the heart and stir the soul with stories that remind us of who we are, what we have endured and the values that bind us. From Bama in Borno comes a powerful gesture, a community once broken by conflicts now rise in gratitude as they honor a leader who stood with them when it mattered most. Also, a wrenching cry for justice as a baby clings to life after a brutal assault, raising urgent questions about safety, trust, and the silent horrors behind closed doors. We will also step into the Abiola home 27 years after the silence fell. Not to mourn, but to witness how a family turned grief into legacy, carrying the touch of a man who gave everything for Nigeria's democracy. In Uyo, the streets echo with the question, what does it truly mean to be a father today, as homes and hearts search for stability? Answers may redefine how we see the men we call dad. These and more on Newsline, but we will begin with the news of the day with Ogo Chukwuka Ona. Ogo, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Lizzie, and let me use this opportunity to say Happy Father's Day to our fathers. Lizzie, is that not correct?
Of course, all the men out there doing their best. Happy Father's Day.
All right, welcome to the news. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, has expressed dissatisfaction with the slow pace of work on the second Niger Bridge access road connecting Asaba, the Delta State capital. During an inspection tour of several road projects nationwide, the minister described the progress as unacceptable. Godfrey Nzekwe reports.
The minister, currently on a routine project inspection of road rehabilitation across the country, inspected several roads in Delta State, including the East-West Road, Benin-Saple Road, Benin-Asaba Express Road, and the second Niger Access Road linking Asaba. The Benin-Asaba Expressway, which is showing signs of wear with many face spots, will be reconstructed with side drains, according to the minister. At the second Niger Bridge Access Road, where work is ongoing, the minister expressed dissatisfaction with the pace of work done so far. He noted that the president is determined to deliver legacy projects to ease transportation nationwide.
We awarded this thing 3 months ago, and if not the way we are pushing them, and of course we paid them 22 billion, thereabout. But they have not started. They are doing one thing or the other, and we said no. So every week they will get letter of warning. This project, there will be no variation, and you cannot redesign the project. We are the only one that can redesign it. We are fellows of Nigerian Society of Engineers, so you can know this thing more than us.
Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborewori, represented by Secretary to the State Government Kingsley Emu, commended the federal government for its commitment and zeal in handling road projects in the state.
We're very happy about the economic impact of this road. Minister has also directed that we do the enumeration and acquire, because slow acquisition also appears to be slowing down work in this area. And the direct governor has directed that we do that immediately.
The inspection tour continues in other parts of the country. In Asaba, Godfrey Nzekwe, NTA News.
It's no longer business as usual in the Federal Ministry of Art, Culture and Tourism and the Creative Economy. The Minister, Hanatu Musawa, is matching words with action to meet the Destination 2030 $100 billion target set to boost Nigeria's economy. Ngufan Shaji Ugwanye reports that the minister hosted creatives to a fashion showcase in Abuja as part of this administration's economic diversification strategy.
Through the Nigerian Everywhere initiative, fashion is the vehicle and the destination is in line with the renewed hope agenda. to create creative hubs across the 36 states and the FCT, where young creatives can network and build lasting businesses.
Because it is very important for us as a government to ensure that upon all the support that we want to give you when it comes to policy and the legal frameworks that we hope to put in place and the infrastructure that you so desperately need, we need to give you the funding.
The first step in achieving this vision is through the signing of this MOU with Ananse.
And these creative hubs will be the center of innovation and training and product development.
Our Komolafe is we are obsessed with colors and mixing vibrant colors together.
A lot of people don't know about this fabric, but it is popular to the people from Kogi State. It is hand woven.
It's one sector that contributes hugely to your GDP.
The Creatives Collection is a testament to the power of creativity and cultural heritage, celebrating Nigeria's unique identity in Abuja. Gufan Shaji Ugwanyi, NTA News.
And elsewhere, Gombe State is taking advantage of agricultural opportunities to grow her economy as Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya, alongside the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meiha, performed the official groundbreaking ceremony for the establishment of 184 hectares agro-livestock industrial zone. Emmanuel Akila reports.
The establishment of the Gombe ultra-modern abattoir, an international livestock market, is coming in timely to support the state and the country's economy.
Gombe State is predominantly agrarian society with over 80% of our population engaged in crop production and animal husbandry. Agriculture forms the backbone of our economy by sustaining livelihoods, ensuring food security, and fostering social cohesion for generations.
We are ready to collaborate with the state government to support the establishment of outgrower farms made up of collectivized youths owning 5 to 10 animals.
It is designed to regularize meat processing, improve hygiene and safety standards.
Other components of the 184-hectare agro-livestock industrial zone include international grains market and an inland dry port. The ultra-modern abattoir, which would gulf over 7 billion naira, is expected to be completed in 9 months. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
Today's Father's Day are dedicated to honoring fathers for their influence and contributions to family development. Omenka Marachuku visited some churches in Abuja where notable Nigerians were recognized for their selfless service to humanity.
Father's Day is celebrated on the third Sunday in the month of June in Nigeria and many other countries of the world. The day was created to recognize the important roles fathers play in shaping the lives of their children and families. Primates Anglican Communion, Most Reverend Henry Ndokuba, urged fathers to be guardians of their homes.
But we have seen from the scriptures that when men are rooted and founded and built up in God, in the Word of God, and holding to the promises of God, they will be able to weather the challenges of our time.
He must be a friend to the wife and the family, administrator of the home. He must be the teacher who teaches with his life.
The truth of the matter is that we should depend on God, and when we depend on Him, He is our sufficiency.
Today we gather together in celebrating men all over the world who have just been great tools in nation building.
Several fathers considered to have contributed immensely to the growth of their families and communities were also honored.
As a father, I am very delighted and honored to be alive and well to celebrate this year's Father's Day. I know what it means to be a father.
In Abuja, Umenka Mrachuku, NTA News.
All right, similarly, First Lady Oluremi Tinubu wants continued support and enabling environment for men to function effectively as fathers, noting that when fathers are involved, families grow stronger, as does the nation. This is in a message marking this year's Father's Day celebration, where she salutes all Nigerian fathers who dedicate themselves to raising confident, responsible and compassionate children. She equally celebrates the men who step into fatherhood roles through mentorship, guardianship and community leadership. While wishing them a happy Father's Day, the First Lady prays that God blesses and strengthens them in their responsibilities and rewards their labor with peace, joy and fulfillment. All right, long after the drummers rested and the colorful regalia faded into memory, one moment stood out at the grand finale of the 2025 Ojude Oba Festival, and that's the powerful gesture of support for culture and youth leadership by Nigeria's indigenous telecoms giant, Globacom. Glo handed car keys to outstanding performers, including a young Ijebu leader whose dedication to community upliftment earned him the top honor. Let's now hear from Anthony Gandonu, who reports that the celebration didn't end with the prizes. The telecoms brand deepened its cultural footprints by signing a fresh 10-year sponsorship pact with the Ojude Oba Festival Committee, a commitment to keep the spirit of Ojude Oba alive for another generation.
I've always seen myself as a tool in the hands of God, and I'll continue to live my life to the service of humanity, to the glory of God.
That was the 52-year-old Opeoluwa Oshisanwo, the winner of Globacom's Special Outstanding Leadership Award Car Prize, receiving the key to a brand new Suzuki Celerio car at the grand finale of the 2025 Ojude Oba Festival in Ijebu-Ode. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun and the Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, in their goodwill messages at the events attended by other prominent figures from within and outside Ogun State, described the festival as a shining testament of the richness of cultural diversity and the resilience of traditional institutions in preserving history for future generations.
Growth of Ojude Oba in the last 20 years is partly due to the involvement of Glo, our partnership with Glo. So it has been a partnership that has been mutually beneficial. It's a sort of symbiotic relationship, and we salute them.
Ojude Oba has been in existence for quite a long time. The only thing is that this is a modernized Ojude Oba.
The National Commercial Coordinator of Globacom, Mr. Yomi Ogunbamowo, pointed out that this year's Ojude Oba Festival marks the 20th consecutive sponsorship of the annual cultural festival by Globacom.
Honestly, for us, it goes beyond mere sponsorship. It's about celebrating the culture, it's about celebrating the tradition of the Ijebu people. We've just signed another MOU with the organizing committee, which means that the next 10 years we are involved in this program.
Apart from the prize award, several winners carted home mouth-watering prizes, which include another brand new car won by a woman, tricycles, generating sets, grinding machines, and sewing machines. The communication giant also distributed basmati rice to all members of all Regbe age groups as a way of celebrating them. The Balogun families, that is, the horse riders. Ojude Oba comes up the third day of Eid-el-Kabir celebration annually. In Ijebu-Ode, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
President Bola Tinubu has directed security chiefs to implement his earlier directive to bring lasting peace and security to Benue State. President Tinubu renewed this order in the wake of the latest round of reprisal attacks that led to the death of many people. On the president's directive, intelligence chiefs, the police and the military have arrived in the state to direct security operations and restore sanity. President Tinubu has equally charged the governor of Benue State with convening reconciliation meetings and dialogue among the warring parties to end the incessant bloodshed and bring lasting peace and harmonious coexistence between farmers, herders and communities. Describing the killings and bloodletting as inhumane and anti-progress, President Tinubu called on political leaders and community leaders in conflict areas to stop fueling the crisis through unguarded utterances and statements that could further inflame tensions. And he says they should also rein in those who go out to cause provocations and indict reprisal attacks. And I quote, "The latest news of wanton killings in Benue State is very distressing. He must not allow this bloodletting to continue unabated. Enough is enough." And the president equally says, "I have directed the security agencies to act decisively and arrest perpetrators of these evil acts on all sides of the conflict and prosecute them. Political and community leaders in Benue State must act responsibly and avoid inflammatory utterances that could further increase tensions and killings. This is the time for Governor Alia to act as a statesman and immediately lead the process of dialogue and reconciliation that will bring peace to Benue." And the president further says, "Our people must live in peace, and it is possible when leaders across the divides work together in harmony and differences are identified and addressed with fairness, openness, and justice." All right, and meanwhile, Governor Hyacinth Alia of Benue State has condemned in strong terms the attacks and killings of innocent citizens at the Yewata community by suspected criminals, saying that the government is making concerted efforts to ensure the state experiences peace. The governor discloses that more tactical teams have started arriving in Benue from the federal government, and additional security deployments are being arranged for vulnerable areas. The governor calls on religious, traditional and political leaders across the state to sensitize and guide the youths under their influence against unlawful gatherings or confrontations that may spiral out of control. He further appeals to the public to make use of official communication channels to report any suspicious activity and to stay informed through credible sources. Now, towards creating a platform where Nigerian children can benefit from artificial intelligence in education, the federal government is providing consultancy solutions focused on digital inclusion and designed for children between the ages of 6 and 16. Diana Ajale reports that this was the crux of a one-day children's summit on AI in Lagos, tagged Kids Tech Fest.
As technology continues to make waves, particularly with the presence of artificial intelligence, AI, that is capable of doing almost all activities equivalent to human capacities, the need to include the use of AI in classroom teaching in the nation's educational system, tech experts say is imperative.
Not every child has to build a robot, but we want to see them adopt AI as a way of life. How is AI supporting their learning journey and their education? How is it supporting their creativity?
It's not just timely.
Minister of Women Affairs, who was represented, re-echoed the need to create a safe, inclusive and nurturing environment for Nigerian children to thrive in the exciting world of artificial intelligence.
We must never forget our shared responsibility to create an enabling and protected environment where every child, regardless of background, gender or ability, can thrive.
Children ages 6 to 16 were introduced to the world of artificial intelligence through specially curated sessions, hands-on activities, and immersive learning.
Any answers that humans as us, we don't know, and we could make errors too. The AI can help better and make our corrections steadfast.
The launch of 2 online learning AI apps is to support children's education. In Lagos, Diana Ajale, NTA News.
For his contribution to the development of education in Africa and beyond, President of the Group of Miriam Abacha American Universities, Professor Adamu Abubakar Gwazo, has been honored with an award of excellence by the President of Cité Universitaire de Paris, Senator Jean-Marc Sauvé. Shehu Adamu reports.
The presentation of the award, which coincided with the 100th anniversary of the institution and hosting of a forum on the internationalization of African higher education and research, attracted academics of repute from various institutions across the world. Presenting the award, Senator Jean-Marc Sauvé said Professor Adamu Gorzo deserved to be commended, considering his commitment to promoting tertiary education. Ambassador and permanent delegate of Nigeria to UNESCO, Dr. Hajjo Sani, who represented the country, acknowledged the university's foresight for finding Professor Adamu Gorzo worthy of the award, saying it highlighted the recipient's huge investment in higher education, being a Nigerian who established 3 functional private universities in the country.
Having been the Nigerian ambassador to UNESCO here, I'm really happy to be part of this event and to see this award given to presented to somebody that I know very well, knowing his capacity, his potential, his contribution to development of education in Nigeria, which 2 of my children, of course, benefited from him.
The bilingual Professor Adamu Abubakar Gorzo and President of the Association of African Private Universities expressed gratitude for the honor and reaffirmed continuous commitment to advancing the cause of education beyond the borders of the African continent. In Kano, Shehu Adamu, NTA News.
And now talking politics, the APC Northeast Zonal Consultative Forum meeting has ended in Gombe with stakeholders endorsing President Bola Tinubu in the coming elections, just as they supported and commended Vice President Kashim Shettima for being a promising leader. Emmanuel Akila reports that the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, commended the zone for always believing in the Tinubu administration.
The All Progressives Congress APC regular Northeast Consultative Forum meeting brings all party members and leaders to discuss the challenges, successes and way forward towards a stronger party.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has shown boldness, has shown courage, has shown the capacity and the ability to weather the storm and manage the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to take it out of the woods.
In the spirit of natural justice, fair play and national interest, the forum should consider the architect of these policies and programs, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, with the right of first offer and endorse him for the 2027 presidential election. I want to also appreciate the Vice President Kashim Shettima GCON for doing the zone proud.
I want to bring to the kind notice of the people of the North that no region can stand alone without the support of the other region.
National Chairman of the APC, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, presses the performance of the APC governors in the region, calling for unity and support for the party to succeed in subsequent elections.
The National Working Committee, we visited all the APC governments in the Northeast geopolitical zone, and we have passed an excellent mark on their capacity, capability, and achievement in their respective states.
The meeting is attended by national and zonal party leaders and hundreds of supporters. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
The Nigerian Navy has successfully conducted an operation against crude oil thefts and illegal bunkering activities within Ogba, Egbema, Ndoni area of Imo State. Acting on credible intelligence, the team identified and dismantled 5 illegal refining sites with 62 ovens, 21 reservoirs and 55 dug-out pits containing approximately 50,000 litres of suspected stolen crude oil, 83 litres of suspected illegally refined automotive gas oil, and 20,000 litres of illegally refined kerosene. A press statement by Commodore C.N. Aniaku, commander of Nigerian Navy ship Pathfinder, indicates that no arrests were made as the perpetrators fled upon sighting the patrol team. He says the Nigerian Navy remains committed to combating crude oil theft and illegal bunkering activities, which pose significant threats to the nation's economy and energy security. President Bola Tinubu celebrates the 83rd birthday of former head of state and elder statesman General Abdulsalami Abubakar. President Tinubu salutes him for his decades of exceptional service to Nigeria, both in uniform and in retirement, and commends his steadfast commitment to peace, stability, and good governance across the African continent. In a statement, President Tinubu notes that General Abubakar's legacy, particularly his role in leading Nigeria through a peaceful transition to democratic rule in 1999, remains a watershed moment in the nation's history, and his selfless act of handing over power paved the way for Nigeria's Fourth Republic and strengthened the principle of constitutional democracy. He adds that as chairman of the National Peace Committee, General Abubakar has continued to play a significant role in promoting dialogue, dousing tension, and ensuring credible electoral processes in Nigeria. President Tinubu wishes the former head of state continued strength, good health, and divine grace in the years ahead.